This is Marcus Korva with Studio MMA and MMA Nut, and we're here with Roy Big Country Nelson. You know it's big anymore though. Is it middle country now, or what's going on?
It's still big.
Not as big though. Last time you caught me a little bit off guard. I said you've been on a diet. You said this, or you've been reading now on the internet. It's not true. You came into the cage and you looked phenomenal shape. You looked in a lot better shape I've seen before. Did you feel different in there? Do you feel that taking a little bit of weight off helped?
Not really. It all depends on if I eat or if I don't eat right before a fight. People always just concentrate on my weight. Like right now I'm probably about 263, so it varies, and I ate right before I came here, so that's the reason why I know it's like probably like 5-6 pounds heavier than normal.
You retired most likely, a legend in the sport, Crow Cop. Was it a little bit bittersweet? Obviously beating a legend, but at the same time, last fight most likely for a legend such as Crow Cop.
No, I never really thought of oh, I retired Crow Cop, or my biggest thing was just I wanted to beat a legend, and it's one of the most cliche things is like, before you can even become a legend, you have to beat a legend, and it's one of those marks in your goal book, when you're trying to get to the top. That's one thing who's a legend of the sport, and if you can beat a legend of the sport, then you're on your way to get to the top.
You're for a man who's very, very famous for a wicked left round kick to the head. Was it something that was at all, obviously you take it into consideration in training camp, I'm sure, but was it something that you walked in going, shit, I gotta look out for that kick?
The thing with, I guess with anybody, like with Crow Cop, it's gonna be a left hand and his left kick. Those are the things you have to just respect. So anytime you're gonna walk into any fight, you have to be aware of like what their best attributes are, and his is definitely his left kick and his left punch.
You also, I'm sure you watched it, Junior Dos Santos versus Cain Velasquez, the first time the UFC was on Fox. You've been in there with Junior Dos Santos. Is he the hardest hitting man you've ever fought?
I would not say hardest, but he's one of the hardest. But I think I was probably the only one that said JDS was going to win.
Actually, me too, on camera before the fight, but I agree with you. You went the distance with him. Do you want a rematch? Of
course, he has the belt, so of course I'd like Roy Nelson JDS too.
Anyone you're looking forward to?
And I only got 5 rounds.
Oh, hey, 2 more. Anyone in particular you're looking forward to seeing on stage tonight?
Just myself.
Right, of course, except from yourself. Anyone else? No, just you.
Just me.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you up there.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.